Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Backyard Baseball League. Today, following your Mighty Fishes at a 4-2 record so far this season, tied for first in the league with the Bombers currently. Today, up against the home team, the Green Hornets. They're 3-3, sitting in third, only a game back, but tied with four other teams for that. A couple changes around this team today for your Mighty Fishes. Pablo Sanchez and Pete Wheeler have switched positions. Pablo going to left and Pete to center. With that, let's get going into the game here. As we lead off with Pete Wheeler. Leads the league in hits and in stolen bases. 7 stolen bases. The next closest, only 2 so far on the season. So Pete Wheeler, definitely one of the quicker ones in this league. Puts a bunt down. Puts it right back to the pitcher and is out. Even the speed of Pete Wheeler can't beat out a bunt right back to the pitcher. All right, batting second on this game, Ernie Steele, the shortstop for this Mighty Fishes team, has one relief appearance in game, I believe, number 1 on the year. Pitched a nice inning for the Fishes. Looking to improve that 340 batting average on the year. Swings through strike 1. 1-1 count on Steele. Had our first 2 walks of the year last game for this team. And had 2 in pretty much back-to-back at-bats with only 1 batter in between. I believe it was Kenny and Tony with his 2 stolen bases. And Steele swings through the pitch for strike 3. 2 down now. And up comes Pablo. Had a tough start to the year, but leads the league in home runs and RBI on this season. Also leads the league in errors, which I think is potentially why he was moved to a different position as he fouls off that one back. Left that slow ball out over the plate, but Pablo was a little ahead and knocked it out of play. And Pablo hits that one hard to the right side, right to the second baseman for the Hornets there. And he is out. And that'll do it for your Mighty Fishes here on the top of the first. We go to the bottom. Leading off for them, Jack Joseph, playing shortstop today, is second in the league in strikeouts with 20. So while he is a strikeout pitcher playing short for them today, as he hits that one high and over to Pete, who makes the play at center field. Base hit for Joseph to start. And a good start for the Hornets. As 1 pitch, 1 hit for them off of Kenny Kawaguchi. Kenny with a 2.34 ERA. As Sheila Basanti takes the plate with the man on. First pitch from Kenny. Slow ball, ground ball, left side, right past Sydney. And she is unable to make the play. And 2 pitches, 2 hits for the Hornets. 2 on now. First and second, nobody out. For Isabel Morelli, batting third for them, playing left field today for them. And it seems like in our second game here against the Hornets that they are kind of looking for something here. And they try to steal. And what a play from Ashley Weber behind the plate to her sister Sydney. Gets the out at third. And instead of first and second with no outs, now they only have a runner at second with 1. And Isabel swings through strike 2. 0-2 pitch with 1 down. Fastball, strike 3, gets her swinging. And Kenny, who leads the league with 32 Ks on the year, just got number 33. And now Artie Pembleton up to bat for them, the right fielder for these Hornets. Only batting 100 on the year, but can do some damage if he can get a bat on it. Slow ball in for strike 1. The 0-1. Hook. In for a strike. Already now down 0-2. Kenny. Fastball high for ball 1. At 8 pitches so far this inning. A little high for Kenny's average. Slow ball fouled back. Pitch number 10 coming up for Kenny. Trying to hold on to that 2.34 ERA. Put it a little lower. And the hook gets him swinging. So after giving up 2 base hits to start the inning, Kenny comes back with 2 strikeouts and a beautiful play by Ashley to throw out the runner at third. Gets the fish out of that inning. And now Vanna Steinman back up on the mound for the Hornets after a solid 1-2-3 inning. Jacinda Smith swings and misses strike 1. Jacinda batting .250 on the year. Struggles early, similar to some of the players on this team, but has done better since as she hits a little grounder to the right side, picked up by Vanna Steinman there. And now Ashley Weber, 437 hitter on the year. Catcher behind the plate had a great play to start. Pitch in is lined softly to the shortstop, bobbled, and Ashley is on with a base hit there. Bobbled by the shortstop, Jack Joseph there, but picked up by Steinman. Not in time. And now Ashley's sister, Sydney, up batting a little higher than her sister at 600. Playing third, was the recipient of that throw from Ashley on the stolen base attempt to get that out there. 0-1 now after that foul ball. The pitch in. Outside fastball swung through for strike 2. And with 12 pitches on the game so far. Hook, and that's popped high on the infield and bobbled. But it works out for them anyway, as they get Ashley Weber at second base. Not much you can do there, as the fish gotta be ready to go back, but you know, if they don't catch it, you kind of in no man's land. And with that, Kenny Kawaguchi up with 2 down and a man on. 428 batting average for Kenny. Has done a lot of work for himself batting. Helps himself on the mound. Takes ball 1. Kenny, one of 2 walks on the year for this team. Usually we like to hit the ball on this Mighty Fishes team. Last time we played these Hornets team, it ended in a walk-off on a Pete Wheeler, I believe, double that turned into an error that turned into the winning run. A 3-2 victory. Close game as Kenny hits that one to right field, right to that right fielder, Artie Pimbleton, for a fly out. And with that, we move to the bottom of the second. Fishes put a runner on, but couldn't get anything together there. Now Arlene Perez, the first baseman for these Hornets. A fun little bit about Arlene Perez here as she grounds one to the right side, and it's going to be a foot race, and Kenny will get there just in time to get her there. And now Shane Smith batting 6th, third baseman. Hasn't had a lot to do yet to this game, but he's batting .277 on the year. And like most of this team, can put a high drive on the ball if he gets there. Pete Wheeler just misses it as it bounces off the top of the wall. And Pete throws it into second. Shane Smith with a double. A nice 2-bagger for him. And with 1 down, the Hornets are back in business this inning after a solid first. We'll see if Shane Smith tries to run. Laura Nunez batting 7th in center field today. Nunez leads the league in ERA, funny enough, in her couple of innings of work. Has not given up an earned run yet. One through the 0-1. Here's the second pitch. Swing and a drive to center. Pete coming on. Makes the pay. Throws to second. And Dante unable to get the double play there as it bounces off his hand. But Pete makes a play in center. And there are 2 down here in the bottom of the second. And now with a man on and 2 outs, Vanna Steinman, the pitcher of this game, throwing well so far, as well as hitting well. Batting .411 on the year for these Hornets. 0-1 pitch here. Ground ball, left side to Ernie. Picks it up, throws to first. Jocinda with the pick there gets the out. And we are out of that inning. Going to the top of the, top of the third, I believe. Yes, top of the third. Now, with Dante Robinson leading us off. 400 batting average. Quick runner, that Dante. Let's see what he can do here. Trying to get something going here. Dante, the pitch in, swing and a miss. A little behind. Seemed that he was looking fastball and adjusted a little too much for this slow ball as he waited a little long to hit it. Dante, line drive up the middle, right to Steinman for the lineup. 1 hit so far in the game for these Fishes as Tony Delvecchio is up to bat. Plays a good right field. Not the greatest hitter in the world, but does his job most of the time. And wears some pretty nice shoes while he plays. 357 hitter on the year as he hits that one on a line of sorts to the shortstop there, Jack Joseph. And over to Arlene Perez there at first. Ground out for Tony. And that leaves Pete Wheeler up with 2 down. 590 batting average.
I'm gonna hit a touchdown.
With no one on, went for a bunt single to lead off and just put it right back to Steinman on the mound. And kind of does that again. Little bunt attempt to Steinman. Throw to first. Just gets him in time. And Pete is out. First time this season that he has started the game 0-2. But good play by Steinman both times to get the out. George Coleman behind the plate leading off for the Hornets, batting .235 on the year. Kenny, 16 pitches so far with 2 strikeouts. Looking to continue the good game so far. And a little bloop right to Kenny. A little fly out there. And we have Jack Joseph back up for them, the shortstop. Took a slow ball to center for the first hit of the game. A good single. Takes strike 1 on the outside. 0-1 pitch here. Another hook. Bunted to the right side. Kenny over. Ashley's the one picks it up. Throws to first and gets the out. Good play behind the plate there. Ashley having one heck of a game behind the plate with that bunt attempt out there and the stolen base. Caught stealing there, rather. To get that out there. Sheila Besanti up playing second base again. 1 for 1 today. Also hit a nice single to put him on first and second with no outs in the first inning. But they ended up getting him there. The 0-1 to Sheila. Swings a bit early for strike 2. The 0-2 with 2 down. Kenny strikes her out for the 3rd out of the inning. 3rd strikeout of the game and strikeout 36 on the year through 6 games. Ernie Steele back up today. Only strikeout for the Fish so far, as Steinman's on 22 pitches through 3. Pitch, ground ball. Left side, just gets through to the third baseman, Smith. And over to Perez at first for the out. 1 down here on the top of the 4th. Sanchez up now. hit a line out to the second baseman. That would be Sheila Misanti, first him up. See if he can do something here. Pablo leading the league in home runs. Be advised for Steinman to be careful around Pablo here. Swing and a miss for strike 1-1 rather. 25 pitches so far for Steinman, only one strikeout. A lot of contact being made as Pablo hits that one hard to right, but right to the center fielder, who was shifted over. And now Jocinda Smith back up with 2 down. Jocinda hit a walk-off home run earlier this year, her only one of the year so far, as she hits that one on a line to right to the second baseman, Sheila Basanti there, and over to Perez at first to get the out. And that'll do it for your Fish here in this inning there. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Hornets back up. We have a stalemate going on this game as Isabel Morelli comes up here. Kenny with 3 Ks on 22 pitches. Even with the hits, throwing a good game so far. Ground ball to the right side to Dante Robinson. And over to Jocinda Smith there to get the out. 1 pitch, 1 out for Kenny as Artie Pembleton comes up today, the right fielder. Struck out in his first at-bat, one of the 3 for Kenny Kawaguchi so far this game. And drops his batting average below 100 for the first time in a couple games for him. The 0-0 pitch is hit on a pop to center field. And Pete Wheeler throws it into first, but unable to get it. Artie Pembleton, base hit for him. And a good hit for Pembleton to up his average, hopefully above 100 back again, as he was sitting there before his strikeout in the first. Now Arlene Perez, the first baseman. And we'll see if Perez can do something with this. With a man on with 1 out, takes ball 1 inside. The 1-0 pitch taken for strike 1 on the outside corner. 1-1 for Perez. He's 0 for 1 today. Goes for the bunt and misses. Perez with a ground out earlier. The 1-2 pitch. Bunted, popped up. Picked up by Ashley. Throws to first and gets the out. So a bunt attempt there to move the runner over. And she got the job done, Arlene Perez. But now Shane Smith, who did hit a double in his first at-bat. A .315 hitter. We'll see what he can do with this with 2 down and a man on. Bunt attempt there. Strike 1. I got a question their reasoning for bunting with 2 down. But the 0-1, bunt attempt again for strike 2. The 0-2 count to Shane Smith. And a foul ball bunt. That'll strike him out for number 4 on the game for Kenny Kawaguchi. And we go to the 5th inning, still knotted up at 0-0. Who will be the first to budge? Will it be Steinman or will it be Kawaguchi? So Ashley Weber takes the bat. Swings and a miss. While technically the Fish have counted 2 hits, Ashley the only one who has gotten on an actual hit. She hits that one on a line right back to the pitcher. And Steinman makes the play there. Sydney Weber, who got on a fielder's choice, ended up being called a single. But now with 1 out, she swings and misses. And now 0-1 down on Steinman's 31st pitch. Swings and misses for strike 2. Kenny Kawaguchi coming up next for the Fishes after Sydney here. Sydney, ground ball, right side. Picked up by the first baseman. Foot race to first and gets the play. That was Perez at first. Another ground out. 3 in a row. And that was 6 of the last 7 at-bats. I did a ground out. But now Kenny Kawaguchi up in this tie game. The pitch, swing, and a miss. Just ahead. That was his pitch right there. Kenny going for the home run as always. Pitch number 2 looked close, but taken for a ball. And now 1-1 count. The next pitch inside, nearly hit him for ball 2. 2-1 the count. As pitch 36 comes in, Kenny swings through it for strike 2. Probably the longest at bat so far this day for Steinman, a 2-2 count here. And the pitch taken low for ball 3. Full count here for Kenny. Knows that zone like the back of his hand. The pitch taken for ball 4. And Kenny's second walk of the year leads now to Dante Robinson. And a good at-bat there, a good 6-pitch at-bat. Bumped Steinman's pitch count a little higher. And hopefully that means good things for this Fishes team coming up. Only the third base runner of the game so far for them. Dante fouls that off back on the 0-1. Pitch number 40 for Steinman here in the 5th inning. Coming up. Taken outside for ball 1. Steinman looking like she's losing a little bit of juice here. Dante fouls it off again for strike 2. 1 strikeout on the day for Steinman, as well as 1 walk. And the biggest deal is no earned runs. And look at that. That's strikeout number 2. This time on Dante Robinson. And now we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hornets looking to threaten again. Laura Nunez, the fly out to center in her first at bat. Once again, 0 ERA, I assume will be their sub when or if they take out Steinman this game. Either way, leads to a ground out to shortstop Ernie Steele there over to Jocinda Smith at first. Coming up to Steinman, the pitcher. Great game on the mound, grounded out in her first at bat earlier this game. And takes strike 1 right at the top of the zone. Fastball. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, and that's hit to left field over to Pablo. And it gets by him. But Steinman not the quickest, as it's thrown into second base and by, but picked up by Jocinda. That's a base hit for Steinman. A good old 1-bagger for her. And now George Coleman, the catcher, hit a nice fly out earlier. But another hit, number 5 on the game for the Hornets, brings up Coleman here. 222 hit so far this year. With 1 down and a man on. Kenny, ball inside. And now the 1-0 to Coleman, swings and misses for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing, and that's hit high and deep. And picked up by Pete in the outfield, but he gets the out there. That'll be a base hit for Coleman. And up now, Jack Joseph with 2 down and a man on. I believe that'll go in as a hit for Coleman there, and will be number 6 on the game for them. Jack Joseph led off the game with a base hit, but grounded out in his second. The 0-0 pitch here. Swung through for strike 1. 4 strikeouts on the game for Kenny. Recently, the 3rd out of last inning was his last one. So he throws the ball inside. Kenny still leading the league in strikeouts. Throws the fastball inside there. Swing and a miss for ball, or for strike 2 rather. The 1-2 pitch with 2 down. Swing and a miss for Jack Joseph. 5th K of the game for Kenny. And we go to the top of the 6th. Still tied up. And now Tony up. This could be the last chance for these fishes. Looking to keep the win streak alive at 3. Tony fouls it off back for strike 1. Sticking with Steinman here in the 6th. 43 pitches in now. Has not shown any sign of fatigue yet as she throws what looked like a spitball there. But it's taken for a ball. Next pitch. Oh, swing and a miss from Tony. That was your pitch, Tony. And now 1-2. Tony swings and misses for strike 3. And he goes down. And now Pete Wheeler in only his 3rd at bat of the game, which is, I think at this point last game after that blowout, we were in our maybe 5th or 6th at bat by this point. But I digress. Pete up now, takes ball 1. Steinman almost at 50 pitches, potentially a little juiced. Pete fouls that off back. We know that those special pitches can do a lot of damage to you. As Pete puts a bunt down. Coleman picks it up, throws to first, not in time. And finally, Pete has his base hit. And now it's up to Ernie Steele. Can he get something going? With 1 down here in the 6th inning. Ernie Steele, pitch. Taken for a strike. Wheeler, stolen base attempt. Gets there just in time. And now, with 1 down, 1 strike on him, and a man at second, can Ernie Steele deliver? He fouls that off back for strike 2. I'm sure they'd rather pitch to Steele here with who they have on deck. Swing and a miss for Steele, his 2nd of the game. And Steele is 0 for 3. And now, Pablo is at a home run in the past 3 games. Can he do it again? Number 4 in a row for Pablo, and no better time to do it than with a man on in the 6th. Swing and a miss just ahead for strike 1. And you could tell he was swinging for the fences there. Steinman looking tired on the mound. The pitch. Down the pipe. Hits it on the ground. And over to first. Steinman with the play. And Pablo, chance to play hero there. Unable to put it together. And now we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Hornets. Now chance to walk it off. Sheila Basanti up. Now with a base hit. One of the first hits of the game. Did Sheila hit? Shoots it out on the ground. To the right side. Kenny's there. Throw over to Jocinda, and the ball gets away. Unable to make the play. And Sheila's on. The Hornets have a runner with no down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. They're looking for a chance to walk it off as Isabel Morelli up. A strikeout and a ground out so far this game. 0 for 2. But as I've said for the Fish, all can be forgiven with 1 swing of the bat for them. The 0-1. Taken high and inside. The 1-1 pitch. Heater in there for strike 2. The 1-2 pitch to Morelli. Swing and a ground ball. Up the middle. And nobody can make the play. Over to first, not in time. Over to third. And Sidney gets the out there. And what are they doing? They had first and second with no gone. Oh, and Sheila Bassani tries to take third base and is unable to get there. A base running blunder keeps the Hornets in this game. Now with only a man on first with one out, instead of first and second with none, as Artie hits that one foul. And holy cow, what a scenario we've gotten here, as Artie swings through strike two. The 0-2 here to Artie Pembleton. The pitch, swing, and a foul ball. Breaks a window over there. The 0-2 with one down. Ground ball to Ashley. Kenny picks it up, throws over to Jocinda and makes the play there. Moves over the runner. And now Arlene Perez, the first baseman, with a man on second with two down. Can she walk it off for the Hornets this game? First pitch by Kenny, number 51, taken for strike one. The 0-1 to Perez, taken strike two. And you can think she's looking for her pitch. Third pitch, slow ball. Strike three, Swinton. And we're going to extra innings on Kenny's 6th K. Or 6th K. Yes, that's right. And we're going 7 with Jocinda Smith leading off. And Vanna Steinman still kicking for these Hornets. 4 Ks for her and a walk. Similar stat line to Kenny. First pitch taken. Ball 1. 1-0 count. Jocinda 0 for 2 today with 2 groundouts. And a real heater in there for strike 1. Hardest pitch we've seen Steinman throw all day. On a 1-1 count. Slow ball hitting into left center. That gets down and all the way to the wall. And the Fish have a base runner as Jocinda Smith gets the 4th hit of the game. 5th base runner. And now Ashley Weber with a single so far this game. And a runner on. Let's see what she can do with no down. The pitch. Swing. And that's a high fly ball left side. That'll be down. But they'll still get the out at second. And a trade of base runners really there as Ashley gets on with a single. But Jocinda gets thrown on at second. With one down and a man on, we bring Sydney up. The sister of Ashley Weber. It's 1 for 2 today. We'll see if she could put together something here with her sister on first and 1 down. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Little ahead of that one there, it looked like to me. But now 0-1. The pitch. Swing and popped. And caught. And it looks like they're going to double up her sister at first. And a real unfortunate situation there for the Fish, as it seems like their general slowness has caught up with them. And that'll leave Kenny for the 8th if we get there. Shane Smith up now to lead off. A double and a strikeout so far this game. 1 of the 6 from Kenny. And now pitch number 1 of this inning, but pitch number 54 for Kenny. Ground ball up to Kenny and thrown over to Jocinda there to get the out there. A good try for Shane Smith there, but an out nonetheless will bring up Laura Nunez. Had a fly out and a ground out so far this game. Could be the pitching substitute for the bottom or the top half if we get there. Swings through the first pitch, 0-1 on the slow ball. Kenny next pitch, right hook in there for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch, looking for number 7, taken inside. Kenny doesn't look too happy with that call, but they'll have to deal with it. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets her anyway. Another K for Kenny Kawaguchi. Puts him at 7 on the game. League leading 39 now. And Steinman up. Now the question is, can Steinman help her own cause here? Takes ball 1 outside on the fastball. She's batting .421 on the year. So has the ability to hit hard as she hits that one to left center. Pete with the ball, threw it in and just barely cannot get her at time at first. Another base hit for Vanna Steinman. Now George Coleman behind the plate up here with a man on and 2 outs. And the potential for something here for the Hornets. After 2 quick outs, a ground out and a strikeout, we have Steinman single. Brings up George Coleman as a single so far this game. First pitch in, swing and a miss for strike 1. 0-1 to Coleman, taken inside for a ball. Now 1-1 with the man on first. Kenny with the pitch, fouled back for strike 2. The 0-1-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3. Strikeout number 8 on the game for Kenny. And his official 40th strikeout of the season. As we go to the top of the 8th inning. And oh boy, is this game getting real interesting now. Steinman up at 60 pitches. Her most on the season as Kenny swings through strike 1. 4 Ks on the game, including 1 to Ernie Steele in the 6th. Takes the wet ball there for a ball. 1-1 count to Kenny Kawaguchi. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And is Steinman gonna strike out her counterpart in Kenny? And he fouls off that pitch there. 4 pitches so far at this at bat for Steinman. Starting on pitch number 5 here. And he fouls it off again. Kenny having one heck of an at bat here. Really driving that pitch count up against Steinman. Trying to get her out of here. The pitch. Swing and he pops it up. Right to Steinman, who bobbles it. Is unable to make the play. And Kenny is on for a second time today after a single and a walk. And now Dante Robinson 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. A good line out. We'll see if the Fish try to do anything now. Anything special here with 1 on. Dante tries to put the ball down, but foul. And I like the idea here from the Fish. Trying to move Kenny over. And he puts that bunt down. And Kenny on his way to second. Dante going to first. Can he get there in time? He does. And that works out as a single. An attempted in a move to try to get the runner over more than anything else. Ends up getting 2 on with 1 out. Or with no outs, rather. And we'll see what Tony can do now. 1 bunt worked out for them there. And another bunt attempt. This time going to third. They try to get Kenny at third. They're unable to get him. And Tony's safe as well. And on 2 straight attempts to really just move the runners over, it seems like we might be in better shape now with no outs. Pete Wheeler comes up here. Chance to be a hero. Ooh, and he pops that foul for strike 1. So far, the only one in the inning besides Kenny who has not tried to bunt the ball. And he hits that one foul again as well. The 0-2 to Pete on pitch 72 from Steinman. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Pete. In his 4th at bat. And now Steele is up with one down. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. Could play the hero here, as long as he doesn't hit no double play. And he hits that one hard to left field. That'll get down and all the way to the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes a second. And Tony will sit at second base as Steele delivers his first of the game. Knocks in 2. And the Fish take the lead. The first runs of the game come from an Ernie Steele 2 RBI base hit. And now the chance to put more damage on the ball as Pablo Sanchez steps to the plate. Batting 0 for 3 on the game. Looking for his first home run of the game. Pitch in for a strike on the bottom half of the plate. Pablo moved to left field today. There's some tough outings in center. Pablo hits that. He hits it high and deep to center field. That'll be off the scoreboard and off the wall. And it looks like Tony is going to score from second on that and steal over to third. And a base hit from Pablo brings in another. And now Jocinda comes up to keep this crooked number on the board. We have a 3-0 lead for our Fishes here in the top of the 8th. And giving Kenny a good cushion for the bottom half. A chance for a save attempt. Ground ball. And over to third to try to get Steele. They don't get him, and they don't mess with Jocinda. And that's a base hit there. And now the Webbers. Ashley coming up now. And an inning started by Kenny Kawaguchi, and an error from Vanna Steinman has now led to a bases loaded 1-out situation for Ashley Weber. First pitch taken for a ball outside. And I think Steinman's showing some signs here of trouble on pitch 78 here. And ground ball right to the pitcher. Gets the out there and over to first for the double play. An unfortunate end to that inning for the Fish. What could have been a lot worse for the Hornets still brings Kenny the lead as Jack Joseph leads off. Now down 3. Let's see if these Hornets can pull something back here. The first pitch taken outside for a ball. The 1-0 from Kenny on pitch 66 of the game. Strike 1. The 1-1 pitch. Swings, ground ball, left side, over to Steele at short, throws to first, and gets Jack Joseph there. And now 1 down. Only 2 to go for these Fish before we finish off this game. Brings up Sheila Basanti for the Hornets. 2 singles on the game for her. The one you want up if you're the Hornets. She swings through strike 1. The one that seems to be getting on the base the most for them. She takes a ball. Her and Steinman on the mound. The 1-1. Swing, ground ball. Picked up by Kenny on the mound. The throw over to first gets her there. And we have 2 down. And the final chance for these Hornets. Isabel Morelli. A strikeout and a ground out, but also a single so far this game in her last at bat. She may be heating up in left field for these Hornets. But if you're rooting for the Fishes, you want her to cool down. Kenny with the pitch, and that's popped over to the right side. Caught by Jocinda Smith. And that'll do it from Park Department Field number 2. And your mighty Fishes, we take this win here on a 3-0 final score through 8 innings. Holy moly, what a game that was. And the Fish, 11 hits, but only 3 runs. Still ended better than the Hornets. 9 hits, no runs. And a beautiful game for the Fish. A great ending for this team. Now 5-2 on the year. taking sole possession until we see the final in that Bombers game. Green Hornets dropped to 3-4 on the year. Storylines here: Pablo Sanchez and Ernie Steele with the RBIs, and Kenny Kawaguchi getting his 40th strikeout of the year, dropping that ERA much, much below 2.34 now. And that'll do it for us here from your Mighty Fishes and the Backyard Baseball League. Signing off. Thank you for watching.